Good morning. I call to order the Town of Dayton Board of Assessors regular meeting June 25th, and the time is 9:41 a.m. This is a public meeting being video and audio recorded for cable broadcast and internet posting on www.dayton-ma.gov and YouTube. If I could please have everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's that little noisy chirp.
Excuse me?
It chirps.
We're talking about the chirping.
It's been chirping for a while. It must be a bad battery. I mean, really, wasn't since our last meeting,
Yeah.
like weeks ago?
Yeah, but
Still going.
even during selectmen's meetings, you can hear it.
Is anyone looking into what it could be? It's not like a carbon monoxide.
Yeah, it's carbon monoxide.
We all fall asleep. I need a nap.
Carbon monoxide usually screams, it doesn't tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's a battery somewhere. I'll take a look later if you like.
Well, the good news is if it's a battery, eventually it's gonna die.
If this is true. But that could take like a year. All right, we are all here. There's no old business, so I can move right into new business. Stephanie, take it.
Find that. You've got.
First thing is motor vehicle abatements FY 25.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the levy of 2025 motor vehicle abatements, June.
Yeah.
In the amount of $5,026.27.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next. June.
411.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the levy of 2024 motor vehicle, abatements in June, and the amount is $411.54.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yep. Let me just find it. Personal property. I had this in order and then I thought I had to flop everything.
I thought it would be more fun to have it in a random order.
So these have, I only have one sticker, but they're two pages.
Okay. I'm sure Nancy will make sure I sign.
So that's,
You get the same stickers.
Elon Musk come through or something?
Yeah, Doge came to Dayton.
Say we got too many stickers.
Too many sign here.
Oh, this is a biggie. We got to make sure we sign both of these.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the commitment for real estate taxes in the amount of $9,921,954.55.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Besides saying, ooh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, this is the first billing for FY 26.
Yep.
Correct?
yep, it
So,
should say it right up in there.
Yep,
What we're signing.
Why so much?
because it's roughly 1/4.
Yeah, but
That's
Our entire-
quarter 1 and 2.
Quarter
That's one
and two.
and two.
This, and these are
Okay.
estimated, so this is
Yeah,
low.
so
It's the one that goes out with the
no, it's 2
coupons.
quarters. That's
Yeah.
it.
It's 2 quarters, right?
Yeah, it's got the 2
Yep.
coupons.
Correct.
on the bill.
Okay.
So,
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We'll be getting a big bill from the regional district.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we sign and approve the FY '26 preliminary real estate tax for the Dayton Electric Light District in the amount of $44,550.62.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. Oh, this one doesn't even have sticky. You guys handle it?
We can handle it. I promise. Nancy will make
You're all
sure.
set now.
Now that's efficiency.
Yes, there you go.
That's all we need is two stickies.
We'll just keep passing it around.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we, excuse me, approve and sign the preliminary real estate tax for the Dayton Water District in the amount of $637,242.64.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that was water, so now we got fire.
Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY '26 preliminary real estate tax commitment for the North Dayton Fire District, the amount of $37,025.48.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 You, this is CPA.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY '26 preliminary assessment commitment. This is CPA real estate tax, $79,996.14.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 So this is the personal, whoops, sorry, personal property commitment.
Another big one.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY '26 preliminary personal property commitment in the amount of $1,536,393.63.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Yep.
So this is, we're now on I,
Yes,
electric, okay. Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY '26 preliminary personal property tax commitment, and this is for the Dayton Electric Light District in the amount of $3,662.26.
That motion is seconded.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Chairman, I move that we approve and sign FY 26 preliminary personal property tax commitment for the Dayton Water District in the amount of $84,122.37.
Motion is seconded.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You. That was, which one, fire?
Was water.
Water District.
Was, yeah, well,
Touch. Don't touch these. Have them in order.
Mr. Chairman?
He likes it when you throw it out because it catches his attention.
I can be clean.
Not awake yet.
I understand.
Need another coffee.
Maybe get a cattle prod.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
It's not in the
She'd
budget.
overuse it.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we vote to approve and sign the notice of commitment for FY 26 personal property taxes for the North Dayton Fire District in the amount of $1,086.37.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. So we sent out revised bills, one real estate and two personal property.
What is a revised bill?
So the pilot agreements, in order to get all the money from the schedule that they're set up for each year,
Mhm.
I have to add more of a value to it through our personal property people. We know what they're paying, but because of the way the bills do the preliminary based off last year, and then it's by the rate, we're usually off, so I have to do an
Increase
addition.
value to
I have-
get the percentage to match. I got you.
So, that
Oh,
was,
yeah, so while we're talking about this, here's the thing again. So, this is the sheet that I had prepared for Bill going into town meeting. This FY 26 will be the first year that all of the solar farms with pilot agreements will be billed. And then for the solar farm way down William Street, I did a guess. And so we're looking at $334,517 for the first year billing for all of our pilot agreements. So that's the paper I had given you before, but
Right.
since we're talking about this now, I thought I'd just mention it.
so I did the revised, with the commitment,
Mhm.
but I didn't, but then I was like, oh, now I have to do it for each district for the revised amount. So I didn't get a chance to do the warrant, the part with all the words on it yet. So this is what I have. They're already
Are there sheets there for us to sign?
these, but I don't have the corresponding ones, you know, that you guys just signed the second page.
Is that going to hold up anything? So under
I ran out
This
of
is-
time.
5L, is that where we are on the agenda?
Yes,
LMN, we don't have.
L and M, yes, but
So we should approve the commitment
LMN, right?
and sign the top sheet so that the tax collector can. Are the bills already in the works? I assume they are,
Mhm.
because we'll.
so should we do
Yeah.
motions on this or table it?
No, I think it's fine to sign. I mean, everything is here. Paul and I already did the billing for it.
So you need us to sign this.
Yeah, you can sign. I just don't have that second page.
You want to do one big fat motion or you want to separate them?
I see what you- So you got L and M.
Yeah, we probably
connected
should,
Um,
no, this is real estate.
One is real estate, one's personal.
So we can do, I'll do 4 because they're all the districts, they're not,
Pains.
yeah. Mr. Chairman, I move that we vote to approve and sign the FY 25
So it's for last year.
notice of commitment for,
Well, they're revised. FY 25 actuals, revised bills.
am
Doesn't that say?
I missing something? Who is this for?
That is, well, it's got, this is for, I have everything with me.
All right, so
This is personal property or regular, this is just the Pleasant Street.
Pleasant Street, what?
That is, Kuchenbauer's property.
Which is up for sale now, by the way.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
It was undervalued.
So I agree with Nancy that it doesn't actually, oh, it just says
Yeah, I
Dayton.
didn't give you, I have all things here.
It just says Dayton, or is this?
But
This is all the other papers that go with it.
are they
Just
supposed to be one for,
Each district?
yeah,
Probably.
well, can you tell us by the amount of money, which one it is?
Each district breaks it out by,
Oh, all
here's
right,
CPA, here's water. here's-
okay, all right.
This is,
So this is, Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the notice of commitment FY 25 actual revised real estate tax bill for,
So that's electric district?
no, there's more than one.
It's the 340376,
Yeah, but
which is,
it's, what property is this actually?
it's right here. I told you already. It's Kuchenbauer.
So it's one, so this
This is
particular one,
all for that one property. It's just one property.
all right, so this isn't for a district, this is for one property
One
owner.
property, but the districts are,
Different districts.
he's in.
Water,
He's in
electric,
district,
it's-
okay,
So, but it's all for one property. Gotcha.
this is the real estate for property at 2386 Pleasant Street in the amount of $3,403.76.
Okay, I second that motion.
motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So we'll have the other letter at the next meeting so that we can sign it. Okay. All right, so this actually goes with that.
Okay, so these go together. Yeah.
So we did this one. Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY 25 actual revised real estate commitment CPA for, what number is that, 20 what?
For the house.
For is this the property? 2386 Pleasant Street.
In the amount
The
of,
amount of, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, CPA in the amount of 3404.
I second that motion.
motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Everybody out in the audience, stand up.
We had 2 out of 3 right now.
I assume that was a yes vote. too.
Go ahead, I'm still figuring this
I
out.
don't know where the other sheet is.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna, there's multiple sheets sitting here.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY 25 actual revised real estate electric district for 2386 Pleasant Street in the amount of $27.10.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 And Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY 25, actual revised real estate tax water district for 2386 Pleasant Street in the amount of $298.10.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? None, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So what? So when the taxes were issued on this property for 2025, it was based on a certain valuation. But what caused the valuation to change during the year? Is it because it went on the market and the price? No?
No, it was before that.
Oh.
We had it as 2 houses on 1 lot. So I think something was removed, it was a demo, and then things were added on, and I think it was just something that was missed way back.
It was kind of misclassified.
Miss a lot of things.
Yeah.
So. Yep, so
How
now,
does that correction get made? Does it actually physically pick it up? Does the system pick it up? Or he comes in and says, hey, look, I think this is incorrect? Is that what happened?
I don't see,
I'm just curious.
well, it was brought to my attention that it was undervalued. So. And,
yeah, they,
measure and everything.
I don't, on this property, I've been to this property. On a stormwater FunCom visit. I do not see
Because there was like
the Japanese tea house.
1 house and then there,
He's got 2 little
there,
out sort of things. too.
There
there's
was,
detached structures. They're not part of the house. They would be different items in the detached structures. This is probably the updated one.
all right, what I'm looking at is, because it was, I think it was there last year, so it wasn't like years ago.
We looked at the fence over there, didn't we?
Yes, but we didn't go way up.
We did.
When I went on the other visit,
Went all the way up.
we actually entered the property from Route 138.
Okay.
But that back property, I don't know if that belonged to the trust or, because it did belong to the son. But anyhow, what I'm saying is, in reading all of this stuff, I do not see listed the Japanese tea house, which is the little building closest to the, I'll call it the cliff.
Yep.
When you're driving on Pleasant Street, and sometimes it's lit
This
up.
one right on top of the stone.
Yes,
And then it's another one behind.
that one goes back to when the Andersons owned that property. Then further back, there is a chapel that resembles something German or Austrian. All I could think of is Trap Farm, if you've ever seen this.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Structure.
Trap family, yeah.
Mr. Anderson, the father, the man we met, built that, because when we were there for that visit, that I mentioned, Stormwater and Concom, I walked around the property with him and we were talking and he told me that he had built that little chapel, really tiny.
Well, it shows in the photos for the listing.
Yeah, so, but I
Interesting
don't,
property, gorgeous.
they've got sheds listed there. These are not sheds. They may have, it seems to me there was some
What else
storage
do you, yeah,
sheds.
what else do you describe it as? I mean, in the photos for the real estate, it's got a table and chairs in there, but that's kind of it. Like, it's all
Well,
a sitting area.
it's, well, I'm saying our record said, I see sheds on there.
Right.
What I'm saying is,
It's not technically.
there
a shed.
seems to be, there were like storage sheds or, detached, but these 2 buildings are not sheds. And obviously they were built, the tea house was built, I believe, when
Aliens are coming.
Mr. Anderson built the Japanese garden that comes all the way down the
Down-
slope.
Yeah,
And it was Roman Anderson Senior who told me he built the chapel, which would be the more recent one. And then, of course, the whole house got done over, rehabbed and changed and whatever. Anyhow, we didn't have a chance, look to see if those two buildings have some kind of classification.
Okay.
Because if they're not listed anywhere,
They should.
they should be, and they've got a value to them. I mean, I realize it's a personal chapel, but that's not the point. It's a structure on the property. Anyhow, Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY 25 actual revised personal property.
The same property? No.
This is for the two solar farms that were,
Okay.
The two that got signed the other,
no, this is the two from Elm Street.
DG Dayton?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
that's to collect the remainder of what they owe us from the schedule.
okay. All right. Is this,
Stuff.
is it Elm Street or is it on William Street?
This is the 2374, that it should be. That's right. 2734 Elm. This is the ISM Solar. The phase 1 and phase 2.
Right.
On that same property.
One's 15 years and one's 20 years. But what I'm looking at and what I asked for, not from you, from the town records, how much money have we received from the following solar farms? FY 25 is blank. That's why I said we're collecting in FY 26.
Not for these have been around forever, or for a while.
All right, so obviously, I was not given the correct information. But in any case, all right, so now I know we're talking about Elm Street.
Yep.
I will check that out and find out what kind of money. It won't affect this year, but what actually came in. But anyhow, Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve and sign the FY 25 actual revised personal property taxes for two solar farms located at 2734 Elm Street, known as DG Dayton 1 and DG Dayton 2, in the amount of $6,367.38.
That motion is seconded.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, we actually have a boat commitment that we end
It's
up,
not on the
No,
agenda, then
but we'll wait till the,
unanticipated.
yeah. And, this authorization form, this is the form, so I can do the payrolls.
We sign this every year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she wanted it before the end. of
So
the-
we have to vote every year to allow you to sign.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Mr. Chairman,
Because,
I make a motion
for
that Stephanie Schechter be authorized to be an authorized signatory for the Board of Assessors for payroll and bills payable and things of that nature.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So I think that covers.
Oh, and it's that motion add for FY 26, just so we're all set for the year.
Public input, nobody's here. Always so excited to attend our meetings. Any correspondence?
Are we gonna talk about
Oh,
in the
yeah.
correspondence or?
If somebody sent us a letter, yeah.
Okay. I would say,
Susie
I would
from-
say unanticipated items, but the caution is this is all confidential, so we can't get into the details. All right, so.
Should this be done in executive session?
At our last meeting, Matt Sansucci zoomed in. And yes, we were in executive session. He gave us the information needed to pursue a tax case valuation. So he has followed up with information.
I don't have the top cover page.
So
This is the letter he wants us to send. This is what you're saying?
Yeah,
he's written the other information here.
you don't have the
Um,
first picture.
You know what? I gotta stop right now. Yes,
We should probably do it.
this has got to be executive session
Correct.
because if we start into this, it becomes a public document.
Correct, and we can't. do that.
So,
Is there
do we have
anything
anything else in the open meeting? Because we need an executive session. I think we're covered because in the executive session, he told us exactly what to do and told us he would provide information. Now, I think we can legitimately go into, excuse me, executive session and just approve what he submitted.
Okay, can you just move that we move this to executive session?
I have got one more. I just have that boat bill. So what do you want to do?
For-
I'm gonna come back
well,
out.
This thing right now, just make a motion. that we
Okay.
Move it to executive.
You got the wording for that?
No, just Nancy, I just want you to give me a motion.
Well,
I will entertain a motion to move this item to executive
Oh, okay,
session.
now I understand what you're saying. And I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
So we'll just put this on hold for now.
okay.
And you better return.
Yes. Well, no, we're not.
No,
gonna-
we're still in
gonna
open
finish-
session.
We're still open.
Oh,
So this
So-
is like we moved this
We're just
out of
putting
order.
this on
Move this one out of our way. We're still going in order,
Oh, okay.
but we moved this
Going
in
in order.
executive.
Yeah,
So there's more correspondence? Or is
this would
that
be
it?
unanticipated.
No, there will, do we have any minutes?
No.
No minutes? Now we're in unanticipated items.
So this is the commitment for the boat bills. We finally got Vadar input, all the information, so
Boat excise tax,
yeah,
okay.
it's peanuts. but You gotta do it.
Hey, 5,000
Wow.
bucks is 5,000 bucks. 5,000 bucks here, 5,000 bucks there. Before you know it, you're talking real money.
Yeah, too bad it costs 7,500
and all that.
7,500 to collect it?
to put it onto the system.
See, we should vote to not take that then, because that's in the negative. That puts us in the negative. Cost 7,500 to collect 5,000. That's not on a ledger sheet. That's a
It's a
loss.
state thing.
It is, but you can't not collect taxes. It's on his boat, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Oh.
No, it's not.
That's true. Maybe I can't sign this.
How many times
You
is
guys
it
don't have a
on
quorum.
there?
You guys don't have a quorum. You can't do it.
So how do you like the
I gotta-
fact that the,
I gotta
that the
step
town
up.
is just soaking you for money that it's just burning?
Sign my own excise tax. Just give it to me.
No,
I gotta go fishing. Hurry up.
you can act on this because you act on taxes that
I
you
know,
have to
I
pay
know.
all the time, like the rest of us.
Oh,
Mr.
shoot.
Mr.
I thought I was gonna
Chairman,
get away with it.
gotcha. I move that we approve and sign the excise, road excise tax commitment for 2025-01 in the amount of $5,467 even.
I second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
With pain and this.
So do you have the verbiage for executive session?
I have, yeah,
So
that's the spiel from last time. That's the one we always use.
why don't you do one for a change? Eric?
Hey, all right.
Okay, before you read that, I just want to add something. The motion that I made to move an item to executive session, it's going under,
Shit, I just put this in the wrong spot. Can we cross it off?
I'm gonna, that motion was made because this is an
I'll let you do it.
unanticipated, did you sign too? Gotcha.
I didn't.
It's an unanticipated item because we weren't sure we were gonna have it.
No, I'll let you cross it. Part of mine off.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
okay, so go ahead, you can read them.
I was jumping to
Give
April.
him-
it,
You
man.
give him one motion to make.
Wait, no, I haven't made the motion yet.
Feels like
Yeah.
he's-
I haven't made the motion yet.
The power went to his head.
That's it. I want to jump right to chairman.
I
I'm
know.
acting chairman now, aren't I?
He wants to go fishing.
And I mentioned the word fishing and now my brain's fishing.
Yeah.
The heat got to him.
Okay, so we're done there. So I can do this. Yes.
Yes,
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we go to executive session under General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A7, to comply with or act under the authority of any special law or federal grant and aid requirements.
And we will not be
We will not be returning to regular open session.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Time is it? 10?
10:07.
10:17-ish.
Good day, everybody.
Thanks for
Stay
coming.
cool.
Thanks for coming.